Valsalva is the combination of when you hold your breath while you're straining or lifting at the same time. So this is something that's very important when you have a thoracic aortic aneurysm or dilated aorta that you need to be aware of. And I hear a gamut of patients calling me, telling me that my doctors tell me I can't lift 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 50 pounds, 13 pounds. It's just all over the map. So then when I do my teaching with them, when they have better understanding of what Valsalva is, they finally know that they can actually do some lifting as long as they do it with breathing. Valsalva can be something not heavy in your hands, like being constipated. It could be opening up a jar of pickles or applesauce. So I say it's not heavy, but what are you doing? When you start to try to make that motion of turning, you're holding your breath and you're straining at the same time. So it doesn't always have to do with a weight, like a 5 pound or 10 pound. It's holding your breath while you do that activity. And many times, because part of the imaging study that a lot of our patients are followed up with are MRIs or MRAs, and they'll call me and say, you know, Ellen, you tell me I shouldn't be holding my breath, and now you sent me for an MRA of my chest, and they made me hold my breath, and you tell me never to do that. So then I say to them, well, when you were lying on that table, were you lifting or straining? And they're like, no. And I said, then that was okay. And I think that it clicks with them like, oh, now I get it. It's when I hold my breath while straining or doing something strenuous. It's the combination of the two that I can't do. When they do perform Valsalva, it increases their blood pressure to unsafe areas. And that's one of the part of my education with these patients is that they need to control good blood pressure control and avoid that activity called Valsalva. And I also hear patients say, I'm not going to lift weights in the gym anymore. But I always say to them, you know, lighter weights with more repetitions, always breathing. But if you get to that last repetition and you're holding your breath and the weight's too heavy, then drop the weight. And that's what Valsalva is.